my dears. Good morning and happy new moon in Taurus. It's 7 degrees. I get excited about every new moon, every full moon, every new moon. But this one is very particular. There's been a few... my intention, as always, if this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Sarah. I'm a channeler and an astrologer. And today we're going to be channeling messages through the lens of astrology in the means of a collective message. And then we're going to go into our all signs reading for this new moon. And we're mixing it up a little bit. Normally I do, or let me rephrase, in the past I have done, more of a front-facing introduction. I use my grid on the wall and we go over the breakdown, some of the aspects and different things like that. And then I do a separate video for the all signs reading. We're gonna put those hands together today and we're gonna enjoy. So our timestamps will be below, so you can just listen to the collective message, the collective channeling for the energy that's available to us. Or if you are keen, you can watch the all signs reading that will be timestamps below. And as always, watch for your rising sign first over there, and then your sun, and then your moon sign for the vibrations. And if you're new, this is my multidimensional cafe, this channel. It's really just you and I having coffee or tea. I have some water with lemon and ginger as well. And we're transcending time and space. And we're just chit-chatting about the awakening, the astrology, and how you might be feeling, ways to harness and utilize this energy for your highest good, for your most authentic timeline, for your highest timeline, and also for really your soul's calling. A lot of people are walking away from certain components of their lives. A lot of people are going through shifts and changes. I mean, I myself have been going through a massive upgrade. I shared openly in my membership group about that, and I wrote a little bit in my blog, so definitely go check both of those out if you're interested. And it's pretty intense. It's pretty confusing. It's pretty physical for a lot of people, whether you're going through physical upgrades, physical changes, painful experiences, life is falling apart, all different things. It's very much kind of connected to, this is the tarot that represents, this new moon. You can't see it, hold on. Is at 7 degrees and 46 minutes of Taurus. So this minor arcana tarot card represents the first decan of the Taurus astrological wheel. The Hierophant over here, this is the major arcana that represents Taurus. We also have the Empress that represents Venus, because this is the chart ruler for Venus. I also find it fascinating that the last lunation we had was that full moon in Libra, so that full moon was run by Venus, and this new moon in Taurus is also run by Venus. Very, very fascinating. Relationships are drastically changing. Lots of people are shifting their community, all different things. But what I find, it might feel like this, is what I'm trying to say. It might feel as though you're destitute. You got to walk away from something that doesn't serve you anymore, but it's painful. And you're like, how come they get all the nice things in there? And this is, perceived to be a church or a respite space that those pentacles are really lighting up, mirroring the tree of life a little bit. But see these two? They're persevering. They're together. But there's also no doors. There's no way in. They don't want you in there. So whatever it is that you're not, whatever it is you're walking away from isn't your reality. It's not where you're supposed to be. So focus on where you're walking towards. Remember Lot's wife. This is 5 energy, change. Really deciding. You get to decide what's best for you. But walking away from something and walking towards something are two wildly different things. So always remember that. Always remember that. Let me see. Where do I want to begin? My intention, if I did not already say it to you, for today is to offer the most accessible information for the highest and greatest good for all involved and invested. I want to break this down. We speak in lenses around here because I wear these big old glasses. And so I want to break this energy down for you in a way that feels good. So if you'd like to go grab your journal, a coffee or tea, you can pause the video with this beautiful rose quartz that represents Venus on the grid. And go pause the video at 5 minutes and we're going to go talk about this new moon. Cool. Cool. So I'll give you the times and dates that this new moon is falling on. So if you'd like to jot these down now. For Eastern Standard Time, this is happening on the 27th of April at 15:30. For Melbourne, Australia and Gold Coast, Australia, this is happening on the 28th of April at 5:30. And Central Standard Time, this is happening on the 27th of April at 14:30. So we're learning military time. And as always, if you watch these videos regularly and you'd like for me to put your time zone, please list that below and I can absolutely do that. And so what do we know about new moons? New moons are when the sun and the moon are conjunct, the same point together in the sky, same point in the sky right over here. And this is the general astrological wheel, starts in Aries and goes all the way around over to Pisces. So the moment that the new moon happens, because the moon's good-a-do-chis, sun's going a little bit slower, just went into Taurus season. And also, I'm going to highlight before I get into it, if you enjoy my all signs reading, I have my membership groups are available for you. We do a deep dive of every big major shift that happens for each season ahead. That's available in my all access membership group as well as in my all signs reading membership groups. The links for those pages are below. Definitely go check that out. I have introductory videos going more into a deep dive of explaining it. So if you're keen to really harness this energy and look ahead and plan accordingly and have your calendar set up and really utilize this energy in the most efficient way, the membership groups are definitely for you. So I do pretty much a new moon and a full moon every month on YouTube, and then usually maybe one or two others if there's like a big transit. I just did a Mars going into Leo video and an all signs reading. So if you'd like the all signs readings and you really want to utilize this energy more, the membership groups are for you. So this is a really fascinating new moon. I'm going to put the link. I put a channeled message. I'll put the link below that was channeled through is in my membership group on the full moon that happened in, what is this? Libra energy. Happened in Libra energy. And during that channeled message, the guides were talking about setting intentions coming into this new moon. And I've been doing this right along with you because as leaders, we are not pointing fingers at you telling you to go do this from my little witch's tower. Like, yes, I have like my little hermit hole and stuff like that, but I'm in my hobbit hole. But you know what I mean? I'm doing this right along with you. And creating my 5-year goals has been triggering the absolute crap out of me. So I'm having my 5-year goals set and also putting together my, like I'm doing like the 5-year goals and then also the 1-year goal at the same time. So those are all getting wrapped up in a nice little bow. That's how I'm utilizing this energy. And I'm going to be posting my 5-year goals on the wall, just like that channeled message said. So I'd invite you, if you did not listen to that, it's public on YouTube, to go check out that channeled message. And I invite you to do that. Really focusing on your long-term goals right now. The second house, money, values, and access to resources. Taurus energy is fixed negative earth energy. This is extremely, extremely grounded energy. What did I even call Taurus season? I totally forget what I called Taurus season. If somebody remembers, please comment below because I totally forgot. I mean, by the time I stop recording this video, I'm going to remember because I can go look at it. But what matters most? Thank you, Sarah. Thank you so much, God. Thank you. So what matters most? What matters most with your 5-year goals and what matters most for right now? Because you usually come to my table when you're going over a bridge of I'm here and I want to go here. I know I'm going that way, but I want to get from here to here. So with our 5-year goals in mind, and then having 1-year goals as well. But what was interesting about the channeled message was they were saying, where would you feel comfortable plateauing? Where would you really feel comfortable being somewhere for the next 5 years? And really letting that be, I own my own home. I make this much money every single month. I can effortlessly take care of myself. My family is all tended to. Like big, broad brush strokes. Big, broad brush strokes. I find this to be, actually, let's start with Saturn because we have a conjunction over here. I'm going to talk about the aspects that are going on, and then we'll put everybody down on the board. So Venus is at 28 degrees of Pisces, the moment of this new moon, the moment that they conjunct. Saturn, our interdisciplinarian, is at 27 degrees of Pisces, right over here. Actually, let me put you over here. Can you still see? You can. Okay, beautiful. So they're conjunct. They're off by degree. And when did they conjunct exactly? On the 24th. So on the 24th of April, Venus and Saturn conjunct at 27 degrees. So Saturn's staying at 27 and Venus is finishing its transit. I have so much information about this Venus retrograde that we just experienced, and Venus is direct now. So definitely being aware of where Venus transited in your chart, like between, I think it was like 24, 25 and 10 degrees of Aries. That got an upgrade, but also I want you to allow it with Saturn to be something that you're okay doing this thing over and over and over every single day. That's why I want you to focus on the 5-year goals. And that's why this is so beautiful the way that it channeled through. When you say, okay, I could do this every day for 5 years and like these are my big goals, it's because Saturn isn't as scary as we want him to be. Saturn wants you to have fun. Saturn wants you to enjoy your life. It's not work forever until you die. It's like you have something to offer this world. Enjoy doing it. Because when you enjoy the problem you solve in the world, like the thing that you do, that you give to the world, when you enjoy that and the world needs it and you get paid well for it, you can't have a bad day. You just can't have a bad day. So really, I love that these are here together. What is also very fascinating to me, Pluto, it's like a Christmas critter, based off the Christmas critters in South Park, so if you know, you know, is in Aquarius at 3 degrees, in opposition to Mars, over here in Leo. Not a perfect opposition, but it's still actionable. Mars is at 4 degrees and Pluto is at 3 degrees. So it's still, oppositions are like full moon energy. So powerful, cuckoo pants. The 5th and the 11th house. This is about community, friendships, wishes for the future. And over here, this is play and joy and creative expression. I really want to highlight that, the titles for all the months ahead, not the seasons ahead, but the months ahead, was channeled through when I created my 2025 workbook. It's available on my website. It's on sale right now. And so the month ahead for May, and I talk about this in Taurus season. Hold on, Sybil's at the door. I can't let her in. Hold on 1 second. You can come in, honey. You want to come in? Yeah. Okay, I guess not. All right. False alarm. She does not want to come in. She's good. So the title for May is not, it's going to be May, which is normally what my millennial brain wants it to be, but it's called Going Our Separate Ways. And the image that I keep getting for May is stretching, like a rubber band or a new pair of shoes that you're breaking in, and really allowing yourself to be pulled towards where you're going and not be focused so much on where you left. This is very difficult. I'm not going to in any way say that this is not painful, that this is not, relationships are breaking down. You have to leave a cushy job. You have to leave environments. You can't eat the food that you used to eat. I'm not discrediting how uncomfortable this energy is. All I'm saying is that the astrology really validates what you're experiencing right now. So when we have astrological validations, it's not to be like, oh, okay, I'm just not going to feel anything anymore. Everything's great and wonderful. It's to say, oh, the second that I was born, I knew that this would be happening on the 27th, 28th of April, 2025. And I knew that I'd be activated in the way that I'm getting activated. So I'm going to feel this deeply and fully and thoroughly so that I can continue and move along with my life. So I can keep going. So it doesn't make it feel better, but at least it offers like oh, I chose this. The world isn't happening to me. I'm experiencing the world. Okay, cool. So this is the North Node and the South Node. And I always put the North Node down like this, see what we're going into, and what the South Node is releasing over here. So we have a fun aspect that's going on, the North Node, and I follow the mean North Node and Black Moon Lilith and not the true. So these aspects might be different. I don't know where the true is. So we're over here at 25 degrees of Pisces, and we're releasing over here in 25 degrees of Virgo. We have a nice little sextile, a fun little utilizable energy. This is Uranus on the board right over here. And so Uranus is at 26 degrees of Taurus. So we have a sextile between the North Node and Uranus, whereas we have a trine between Uranus and the South Node over here. Sarah, what does any of that mean? Okay, so let's break it down. Uranus is our galactic awakening planet. This is lightning bolt energy. This is, the sky god, how we're all experiencing the awakening. We can't always predict how Uranus transits are going to go. It could be yesterday, never, 20 years from now, 5 days from now, who knows, in this next breath. And this happening in Taurus, in the house of money, values, and access to resources. This has a lot to do with agriculture and what's been coming up. This is a slow mover, a generational planet over here. So that aspecting to the North Node, the head of the dragon, what we're going into in the house of soul purpose, healings, closures, and coming home. So this is workable energy. We kind of got to do something for a sextile. You got to pick it. The trine energy, and my perspective of trines doesn't always match what trines. Okay, so my personal perspective of trines is that they can be like your yes friend, where it's like very free-flowing energy. It's really, really beautiful over here, where it's like, do the bad thing, yes, do this, yes, do this, yes, do this, yes, do this, yes. And a friend of mine, I really love the perspective that she gave when it comes to trines, where it's like, it's not just your yes friend, but it's your friends that you'll actually listen to. So with the South Node over here releasing in our house of daily life and health and practical service, trining this lightning bolt energy over here, the image that I'm getting right now for you, my friends, is like you're an old rubber band that has like rips and tears in it, and you're not allowing it to be stretched, but then there's like another rubber band right next to you that's like, there's like a nice clean rubber band that you could use, like it's brand new, and you don't have to worry about the boundaries of like how far you can stretch. You can kind of just like stretch. So like maybe it's okay to throw away that old rubber band. There's also a feeling of nostalgia that's coming through. So let me listen to the guides, hold on. Yeah, there's a lot of member berries coming through. There's a lot of like, I mean, even me saying, it's gonna be May. Like, our brains have these compartments where they hold certain nostalgic things. This is also the health axis. So there could be foods that don't really feel good anymore. There's this perfect image that's coming through for me. So there was a day many Christmases ago when I was a young girl where my youngest sister and I would wake up at like 5 o'clock and we'd go and we'd be like, okay, I'm going to sit over here and your present's over here, so you're going to sit over here. And we were just like, it was magical. It was magical. It was the early 90s. There's nothing like it. And so there was a day where one of my presents, it was moving. And I just was like, oh my God, everything in this world is beautiful. And so I was gifted a guinea pig for Christmas that year. I was obsessed with McDonald's and chicken nuggets, so his name was Nugget. Cut to maybe a week later, where I'm bawling my eyes out, sitting in the car with my mother in the parking lot of the pet store, covered in a rash covered in a rash. I am allergic to guinea pigs. We found out the hard way. And so I'm bawling my eyes out. I don't want to give it back. Don't make me do it. And my mom is so gracious. She was like, Sarah, you're completely covered in a rash from head to toe, and it's not going to get better. There's nothing that we can do about that. You can't keep Nugget because Nugget is killing you. Nugget will really hurt you. And it was one of the most devastating days of my life. And so that might be the level of nostalgia. That might be what you're walking away from. It could be a relationship that you've had for a very long time. It could be where you've been living. It could be the house. It could be a safety job. It could be something that's so a part of who you are that you're like, how could I leave? How could I leave? And you might have to go through a bottle of real ego death to get to where it is that you're going. I'm not gonna, like, really, and I talked about this a bunch, like when I left my last life, basically, I was like, it's 7, 8, 9 out of 10. Sometimes it's 9.2 out of 10. I'm like, you have to let all of this go. It's not 10 out of 10. For you to get to where you need to be, Sarah, you can't be here. You can't be here. So I get it. It is painful. It is uncomfortable. But the longer, I heard this quote, and it made a lot of sense to me, which is the longer you stay on the wrong train, the more expensive it is to get back to where you need to be. So use that. Because when we set 5-year goals, and when we set these big 5-year goals and then 1-year goals, however you're doing this, however you decide to call in this energy, however you decide to utilize this energy, it's your own, it's not my business. I'm just offering ideas. When you set big goals, big things shift. If your 5-year goal is so far removed from who you are and where you are, expect it to shift because you want it to shift. Because if you want big 5-year goals, you got to become the person that can handle that. That's the only way. That's the only way. So I think that's everybody that's making aspects to each other. I'm going to put everybody else down on the board, and then we can talk through the rest. So we have Mercury, Aries, 11 degrees. That's past the point of its retrograde. I want to say it retrograded at 10, Aries. Don't quote me on that. It was 9 or 10. So Mercury is past the point of its retrograde. Chiron in Aries, 23 degrees. Neptune just went into Aries energy. It's at 0 degrees, 59 minutes. So it's still on like the start of the entire zodiac. Like the first degree of the whole wheel. Jupiter, it's lovely, lovely there, at 20 degrees of Gemini. This is why we can't stop scrolling. This is why there's information overload. Jupiter, love you. And Black Moon Lilith is in Scorpio for here at 3 degrees. I have an entire all signs reading for this, 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 and an entire all signs reading for this. And my membership group, an entire all signs reading for the season ahead. Information overload. Tons of information. Tons and tons and tons coming at us all at the same time. So, with that being said, after you watch, whether it be my videos, whether it be another astrologers, another tarot readers, I've given this to you before. Try your best to, I'm going to speak to the longer range because I have not yet mastered the scroll, so I'm not going to preach to you on that. But after you watch a long video, a long podcast, just sit with it. If you go from podcast to podcast to podcast, that's amazing. That's totally fine. I'm not judging you. If the top 5 people in your life, and some of them are podcasters, and some of them are YouTubers like myself, I'm so grateful for you, so I'm not coming at you. But take a moment to just say, what did I learn from that? What was mine and what was not mine? And I would love for you to take from this, maybe ask yourself, what did I not resonate with? In every video, in my videos, in every video. Even, it doesn't matter if it's like if it's a Rogan, just say, hey, I didn't like that joke. I really loved this one, but that one wasn't for me. Giving yourself the opportunity to discern. Jupiter's going direct and will be going into Cancer energy in June. Is it June? June 9th. It's about a year transit, and so I'm very excited about that. But one of the key takeaways that I really want us to harness with Jupiter right now, like I said in my Taurus season video in my membership group, Jupiter will go past its threshold of the retrograde. So when it went direct it scooted in Gemini, went retrograde at 21 degrees to 11 and then back. So now it's at 20 for this new moon. So what have we learned, Dorothy? What are we taking away? And feeling our feelings is different than experiencing like, oh, but this was so good, and 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 remember this, and remember, like, it's the member berries, lots of South Park references. I haven't watched in like decades, but I'm sure it's still hitting the mark. But we can't live in that space anymore. We also can't fully fathom what we're going into. We can't fully fathom what we're going into. So with that being said, go through your buttonhole. An old friend of mine had said this, when you go sober or when you go through a massive life change, what we're experiencing right now, whatever you're going through, it's like going through a buttonhole where part of your skin gets ripped off. You can't take anything else with you. You're just like an absolute wretched, like naked rat on the other side. And then you can like look through that buttonhole, be like, okay, I want to take this relationship. I want to take this friendship. I want to take this belief system. I believe everything's possible. I'm going to take God with me. I'm going to keep my tarot cards. I'm going to keep the book. I'm going to keep whatever it is, whatever it may be, whatever it may be. But you get to decide what you keep. You get to decide and feel your feelings. Feel your feelings. I'm going to do I've had a lot of incredible feedback and messages from my soulmates and soul match video, and also on my relationships are drastically changing video that I posted a few years ago. I'm going to do a part 2 and really wrap all that together, because I feel as though people are really experiencing this, just like the video or the title for May, Going Our Separate Ways. It doesn't fully make sense. And so when we're separated, it's like think of the Land Before Time, the beginning of the Land Before Time. When Pangea split and Sarah is on the other side and then her parents, it's like, Sarah. You can't bridge those gaps. Think of the pioneers. Think of going out west. You get in your covered wagon, somebody else gets in their covered wagon, and you can't stay together. There's only so many people you can take in your covered wagon. So really deciding. And this is something that channeled through for a lot of signs, a lot. We've talked about this a lot. I'm going to mention this, and then we're going to get into the all signs reading. Really making a list of the people in your life. Once we get into the Gemini season, it'll be a lot more sociable. We like to be out and about. It's good times. It's good times. And so with the fixity of Taurus season, by design, fixed negative earth, and then mutable air energy, mutable positive air energy. So I would take Taurus season and ask yourself, and if you're in an environment that is not in your 1-year goal or your 5-year goal, if you're not living your full, perfect life, my friends, then please, I offer you, I'm going to do the same thing, this practice. Write a list of every person that's in your daily life. Everybody that you see at the job, everybody that you see at the grocery store, everybody that you talk to that knows you by name and that you have a dialogue with. Don't have to be strangers. Be nice to strangers wherever you go. I'm not talking about that. And then write the list of the people that are in your future life, your ideal life. If the people from column A are not in column B, then start to pull back, not in a negative or a judgmental way, but don't continue creating karma with those people. Still be jovial, be kind, you know, if like, never stop being yourself, but nourish the relationships that are on the timeline that you want. Full body chill. Nourish the relationships that are on the timeline that you want. Walk towards where you're going and not away from where you're leaving. Give them the opportunity to find their people. To find their people. I'm going to ask my guides if there's anything else that they want to mention before we get into the all signs reading. I'm going to ground for a moment. There's a lot of galactic energy that is coming through, and finding ways. On my blog, I wrote a blog last year about how to prepare for the moment that aliens arrive in your daily life. I also have a video on aliens, so I'll put both of those below. So you can, I would just recommend that. I would just recommend that and make it fun and accessible. The blog has some actionable tools that you can utilize, and the going over the different aliens that ended up being pretty channeled. It ended up being pretty channeled, which was not expected. So that might not be your language. I'd recommend finding a way to allow it to be something that your brain can wrap its head around. Like, that would be cool. That's just my offering, and that's a seed. Jesus Christ, pardon me. That's just a seed planted, so do with that what you will. But, yeah. Do you want to come in, Sib? You want to come in? Do you want to go in? You want to come in, honey? Yeah? No. All right. So I'm going to clear the board, and although the planets will be in the exact same space that I just had them down, I want to clear the board, introduce the planets, and now we're going to get into the all signs reading. So, oh boy. Oh boy. Where's my candle over here? So, my disclaimer for my all signs readings is two-part. It's always listed in the descriptions of the videos. But this is not a personalized reading. These are my perspectives, my channels, and my opinions on the energy that's coming through. But please do not take this as doctrine. It is not intended to be. It is not intended for you to take everything that I say as scripture in any capacity. Please do your own research on everything. And like I had said in the messages before, take what resonates, and also remind yourself of what doesn't resonate and say, I don't really take that in. I don't really take that in. There was a message that had come through a while ago for Virgo, and it was very much about, this was months ago, this is very much about like inner teenager work. And I had a subscriber, or possibly not a subscriber, comment and just say like, hey, I've been doing a lot of work on myself. This does not resonate. And I really loved that. I really appreciated that share where it's, I don't have all the answers. Maybe somebody needed to look at their inner teenager, but not that person. So it's totally okay to not resonate fully with these messages. The second part of my disclaimer is that I've got about 5 minutes with you, and I like to be efficient in my processes, and I care about you enough to tell you exactly what is coming through in the way that it is coming through. So if it gets a little harsh, I'm not sorry. I love you. Sometimes if you're here and you're a vibrational match for that message, it means it was meant for you. So, like I said, general astrological wheel starts in Aries and goes all the way around over to Pisces. Watch for your rising sign first, and then your sun, and then your moon. And if you're just watching these all signs readings and you really like the all signs readings, I have deep dives in my membership groups those in my all access, as well as my all signs reading membership groups. Those could be for you, as well as my Astrological Starter Kit is a really great tool for you to utilize anytime. You can watch those videos as many times as you want to understand how to follow the moon, how to work with the moon, going over the grid and the chart and all different things. I also have, if you want more of a deeper dive into the astrology, my Awakened Mastery astrology course has my Astrological Starter Kit, and every single like bit of teaching that I have on astrology that is available for you. Cool. So I'm going to introduce the planets and we're going to get going. So Chiron, Neptune, the Sun, the Moon, Venus, Mercury, Saturn, Uranus, Black Moon Lilith, Pluto, Jupiter, Mars, the North Node and the South Node, and I follow the mean node and the mean Lilith. I put down like this. So you can see what the North Node is going into and what the South Node is releasing over here. So let's do it. Aries rising, Aries sun, Aries moon. You're doing it. Doing it. I'm so proud of you. Okay, so sometimes songs come through, but I don't know if I can sing it. It's I was like, you're doing it, you're learning. You're like, I'm learning to fly. And then it's Tom Petty. Learning to fly, ain't got wings, coming down is the hardest thing. I've seen Petty before a bunch, but it's been decades. It's been decades, but I prefer the Traveling Wilburys, but that's just me. But he did play End of the Line. I saw, yeah, it was great. It was great. So some Petty's coming through. So, okay, I think I get it now. This is about money, values, and access to resources. So you got the mind and the money and the money and the mind. We're planting seeds now, and then we're going to be releasing in a few weeks in the house of shared possessions. So you're kind of recognizing a little bit of like, you're the money births through you. You're learning to understand that money is an energy. It's a limitless neutral energy that comes to you when you're ready to receive it. And that you're not really relying on others anymore. Yes, just like Wallace Wattles says in The Science of Getting Rich, couldn't recommend that book more, money will be in the hands of others when it comes to you. So having ways for money to arrive to you is a fantastic thing. Updating your link tree and having, donation buttons would be a wonderful thing to do. I couldn't recommend that more. We went through that, Aries, in the all signs reading for Taurus season. Like, you're coming into your level of influence, knownness, fame, if you want to use that word, but like influencer, doing social media, whatever it may be. So you're coming into that. The other day, I was driving to the grocery store, and when you put your music on shuffle and you're just like, God, take the wheel. Jesus, take the wheel. And it was American Girl came on, Tom Petty's song. And I started I was dancing, the windows were open, and I was singing, and I started to bawl my eyes out. It was like You know the moment in your montage, in your Rocky montage, where you have the moment that you're driving to the grocery store and you're in the thick of it and you have to ask for help from people and you're just like, your ego's getting punched in the teeth over and over, but you're finding gratitude and you're rewiring your brain and calming your nervous system and setting big goals and knowing that you're the only one that can birth them. And then you're just driving to the grocery store with a $20 bill in your pocket and you're like, I'm gonna go get my food. And then you start bawling your eyes out because you're like, I can feel a future version of myself watching me right now with so much adoration and gratitude and being like, you created me. You created me. In the same way that you find reverence for, maybe more negative younger versions of yourself, and you're learning to love that version of yourself, that version of you created you now. So you're staying on the up and up. I feel cleanliness, I feel sobriety, I'm feeling all these things for you, whatever that means for you. But this is full on like the budget, Aries. This is about the budget. And reminding yourself to give whatever you have, give generously, obviously don't make yourself homeless in any capacity, but how you give and what you love can become your job. Can become your job. Like, my YouTube is one of my jobs. The majority of the clients that I have, the majority of the members that I have, I've met through YouTube. So what I started as giving and just giving and just giving, I now get to really connect with people all over the world. All over the world. Full on. Aries, where are you? Where are you in the planet? I'm in Massachusetts. Where are you? Truly. Like, on my Monday lives, it's usually pretty, I would say we usually have at least 3 to 4 different countries. Minimum. Yeah. We have Canada usually, Japan, Pakistan, Bali, Ireland, sometimes Portugal, Spain, Malaysia, Australia sometimes when they can't sleep. But let what's big become small. Yeah. Universal laws, comparison. I love you. Amazing. Taurus. Happy birthday, Taurus sons. Happy birthday. This is a big gulp for you, I'm feeling. This will definitely be a big gulp for you. In like a nice way. I don't mean that as a negative. I just mean that when you allow yourself to change, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. See how most everything is over on this side of the chart? This is the self. Public life, relationships, cultural family roots down here. So who you are. It's just getting a windshield wiper. It's getting an upgrade, getting a beautiful little upgrade over here. So this new moon is about who you are. Self. Me. The storefront view of your life. What do you want people to see when they walk by you? What do you want them to take away? How do you want them to feel after they've experienced you? That's one of the most important things. And it was a Jim Carrey quote from a long time ago. I've referenced this commencement address numerous times, but the greatest currency we have in this world is the way that you make people feel. The greatest currency. So remind yourself, as your chart ruler and the chart ruler of this new moon is over here finishing its retrograded transit, or finishing its direct transit in your house of community, friendships, and wishes for the future with Saturn there. Who do you want to share your blessings with and why? like I said in the channeled message for the collective, really deciding who's in your circle, who you want there, and just pulling back. Like, not even rebrand pulling back. Like, it becomes egoic when we say, like, oh, I'm walking away from this person and I'm really bummed about it, because that's saying that you're better than them. You're like, I gotta pull away from this person. You don't need to judge them. The moment that you realize that someone's not meant to be in your life, that neither of you are supposed to be in each other's timelines, celebrate that. Say, I'm allowing them to have someone else. I'm obviously not the person that's supposed to be there, so I want them to have someone that respects them, that cares for them in the way that I can't. And so this season, your season, is about you. And then, you know, the full moon coming up in a few weeks will be about releasing those healthy, like releasing others in a healthy way, like allowing the release of others. And for a fixed axis, I get it. It's not easy, but reminding yourself it's okay. It's okay to release environments that aren't for you. It's okay to say, it is time. It is time. I love when you evolve. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. And this is your time. Do what you want with that. Astrologically speaking, a lot of healthy, upgradable energies. So great stuff. If you're keen for more of a deep dive, Taurus, my membership group is definitely for you, where we go into every single date that like is really, you can go check out my Taurus season introduction called What Matters Most, and every date listed there, I have an all signs reading for in my membership groups. So definitely links are below if you are interested in more of a deep dive. Cool. Gemini, precious child. Gemini rising, Gemini sun, Gemini moon. Interesting. All I heard in my head was like, I don't want to sound like a broken record. Let me see what's coming on. Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto. It's something's coming up like a broken record. You might be feeling like you're in a time warp right now. Something's going on, and definitely go check out my blog. I talk about we're kind of getting upgraded right now, or at least this collective is. So if that's something that you're experiencing, the blog could be for you. Just a little bit of like what I'm experiencing and some tools to navigate, some helpful tools. But it's like you kind of, there's just like some Twilight Zone energy coming in, and also a little bit of like there's some, I'm going to talk this one out with you. There's some unhealthy feeling that you're getting from certain members of your community that is almost like an addiction right now. And I can't fully place it, but it's like there's a component to maybe inner teenager. There's some frustration that's coming out right now that you're getting certain things satisfied from like a mutual, okay, it's kind of making sense. Whether you know that you're supposed to leave a job, but because everybody can band together to like hate the boss, you're like, I'm a part of something, this is great. There's some conversation that's going on right now, Gem, that's preventing you, that's like really unhealthy. That's just really unhealthy. And so it could be like, it doesn't matter like what political beliefs that you have. If you're here at my table, like we just speak from I statements, but it's like you're surrounded by people that like hate the other side, that like hate them, and you don't really care that much. You're like, I just think that everybody deserves food, water, shelter, and like a coach, channel, or a therapist. Like I think that everybody deserves that. But there's like someone that like hate, like that you don't feel comfortable saying, or maybe it's like it's invoking hate within you, which is like anger is a powerful tool. We know that, but like I want you clear to be able to really manifest your 5-year and your 1-year goals. I just wanted to highlight that now, with Neptune just dipping its toe into your house of community friendships, wishes for the future, Mercury, your chart ruler, in your house of community friendships, wishes for the future, and Venus is going to enter Aries on the 30th, which I'm excited about. This is where we had that Mercury retrograde and that Venus retrograde. I would really say, like, how did you utilize that energy and what have you learned? There's some family stuff maybe coming up, or maybe it's the frustration with family. I'd recommend having someone to talk to about this right now, Gem. I really would. And knowing that it doesn't, like, everybody needs somebody to talk to. Every coach needs a coach, every healer needs a healer. And also being in meditation could be really, really helpful. Asking yourself in journaling questions, what's coming up right now for you. When the sun, and this is more for Gemini rising, when the sun transits your 12th house, you're kind of a little irritable. We all are. We get a little like cranky pants. We get a little bit like, what am I even doing in this world? It's like you get your second New Year's when the sun transits your ascendant sign. Same way New Year's, we have that collective energy of, who do I want to be? What do I want to do? What are all the things that I'm creating? And blah, 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 blah. And so really understanding that, Gemini rising specifically, but Gem, sun, and moon can utilize this energy. But yeah, I'd really stay very hyper-focused on those 5-year goals, stay hyper-focused on the 1-year goals, and really surround yourself with winners. Winners that have a growth mindset, that want to see you thrive, and that, I don't remember the quote, so if somebody can, it's like small-minded talk about people, medium-minded talk about things, and big-minded people talk about ideas, or something like that. I don't know what it is, but really watch your gossip, like watch your tongue. And this came up for Sag a while ago. This came up, and it's come up for Libra before. It's come up for other people, so I'm not coming at you, but I'm saying really check the words that are coming out of your mouth right now. Awesome. Great stuff. Great stuff. Yeah, the 12th house is not always easy. So really navigating that, you'll feel a lot better when we're in your season. But I also think that, like, why not let that go or process it safely? It's okay. It's okay. Virgo as well. This came up. So no, you're not alone. No, you're not alone. I mean, literally every sign. Aries, Scorpio, everybody. So you're not alone. I love you. I love you. I'm not coming at you is what I mean. Cancer rising, Cancer sun, Cancer moon. There is a huge theme in your Taurus season video, that your Taurus season all signs reading, which is available in my membership groups if you're interested, that was about, it was funny. It was like, it's not imposter syndrome that you're feeling right now, Cancer. It's like, you know how big it could be. You know how big it could be. You know how successful you're going to be. You could be. You know how big, whatever the thing is that you're really working towards right now, you know how big it could be and how successful it could be. There's just a little bit of, I've never done this before, so I don't know how to do it. Audacity is all you need right now. Audacity. And reminding yourself of that. There's a quote I saw a long time ago from a random reel that somebody sent me, so I cannot quote the person and I cannot quote the content creator. But she said the only difference standing between you and the multi-millionaires who are, online creators and influencers, it's audacity. The only difference between you and them is audacity. So this is community, friendships, and wishes for the future. Surround yourself with winners. Surround yourself with people that support you. Surround yourself with people that bring their slice of pizza to the table. That's literally it. You don't have to have the same goals as that person. You don't have to have the same belief systems. Like, shared values are pretty cool. I love that. But really allowing yourself to say, I only have to bring the Cancer slice of pizza to the party, because I know Leo's going to bring theirs, I know Virgo's going to bring theirs, Libra's going to bring theirs. But really asking yourself, like, when you're surrounded by winners, we all rise together. There's no competition. I want you in competition with the you of your last breath. But right now, you might know how big the thing is that you're about to do. And maybe there are some people around you that you know you're going to shine pretty big. And it's like you don't want to shine too bright. So it's like, that's called self-sabotage. There's no quotations around that. That's called self-sabotage. When you don't fill up the full slice of pizza, you don't fill up your full, what's it called? Puzzle piece that you are, and you're staying small for other people. This could be conscious, unconscious, or subconscious. I don't know. But Cancer, I'm really saying, like, you are worthy of having it be safe. You are worthy of having it be something that you create, and knowing that you won't mess it up. You can figure anything out. But just, yeah, it's a self-sabotage thing where it's like, well, what if I get hundreds of orders? Or what if I have hundreds of clients? Or what if I have, that's kind of a beautiful thing. You'll be able to handle that. You could also look at your money mindset, and it's like more money, more problems. It's actually like more money, more delegation, more money, more bouginess, more money, more safety, more money, more freedom, more money, more charity. You can give effortlessly. Like, that's pretty cool. You can create things for people. You can give services away. You can do a lot with money. So I would look at those types of things and allow yourself the space to really find people that you can talk to right now, Cancer, and that want to see you thrive and want to see you win, because they're focused on their goals and they know that you winning doesn't take away from them. There's no like one pizza that's it. Everybody can win. Everybody can thrive. Everybody, including you. Good stuff. Leo is really interesting. So when I was setting up the board, you know, this is the grid that I use for my personalized sessions. So as you can see, like, this label is a little bit different color than the grid. I don't know if you can see it, but I have another Leo piece that I usually use for the all signs reading that I do here. I have two for each, just in case, like, because I use Placidus for my all signs readings, I use Placidus for my private readings. So sometimes it's like Leo takes over two, so I need two of them. But when I put this down, I was like, oh, normally I don't use this one. And the message that came through was like, no, use that one. Use that one. It's okay to stand out. It's okay to stand out. It's okay to be you. It is so okay to be you. This is one of my favorite transits for you. This is legacy, public life, public image, and career. I want to get this. You're here. They're not conjunct, but I just gotta get them. Get them here. I have a lot of angels floating around right now. Okay, that is intense. That is intense. That is beautiful. Okie dokie. We talked about it a lot in the all signs reading for Taurus season. And I think we talked about it in the full moon in Libra as well, which is like, watch your tongue, honey. Like, don't share everything. When you're seen, it's like the difference between you buy a new house or you move. There's a difference between like showing specific rooms and doing a full, like, here's the front door and here is where I am and here is where I live, where it's like, kind of protect yourself a little bit, maybe. And not in a physical safety kind of like danger, but in like a protect your energy, protect your vibe. You're a Leo. Protect who you are. Don't give away the farm. Truly. Truly. Not everyone needs to know your precious moments. Give, like, obviously for my content creating Leos, do the behind the scenes, do everything that you've been doing, show the journey, show your vulnerability, show all the whole things. But it's like the difference between, like, I'm seeing you posting like a video or a picture of like, here's my self-care day, instead of you crying to the camera being like, my ex did this and I hate them so much. Like, totally different vibe. So The evolved Leo is seen, but you don't know anything about them. You don't know the gossip. You don't know anything. They show you what you want. You show people what you want them to see. You can set up your aesthetic however you want to, and it's the way that you make people feel, Leo, that matters. That's what matters. That's what matters. It's the way you make people feel. Remember that. You have certain things that are private, please. And I'm going to keep yelling that at you until it stops channeling through. But there's upgrades going on, Leo. There are big moments that you're experiencing right now. There's a lot of change, and it's so positive. It's so for the better. It's so for the better. So reminding yourself that you've evolved and that you don't have to fill any other role or expectation that you played before. You don't have to show up as any other version of yourself than the one you are and the one that you have chosen to be. It's okay to allow people the chance to say, I'm done. I'm like this is more for my content creators and my influencers, but it's okay to allow people to say, oh, this is the direction that Leo's going. That's totally okay. Oh my God, what video was it? It was in my membership group. It was for Aries. It might have been the Mars. Yeah, if you have Aries placements, definitely go watch the Aries video for the Mars and Leo. That we talked about like rebranding yourself, but not really rebranding. It's kind of saying like, hey, I know I used to use this account for this, but now I'm going to be using an account for this. If that's not for you, totally okie dokie. You can unsubscribe, join my email list, blah, 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 blah. But like you can, without changing the whole aesthetic right away, you can give people the opportunity to be like, oh, Leo's changing it up. Cool. And that's it. And that's it. I'm proud of you. This is exciting. This is a fun house. This is a fun time for you, Leo. I'm jazzed about it. Virgo. Virgo rising. Virgo sun, Virgo moon. This is a really beautiful time for your experiences and your upgrades to really birth themselves. I also find that you're just getting used to this pace. You're getting used to a new pace, which I'm excited for. Like it's not dude, I forget what I channel through sometimes, so I have no idea. Like I remember bits and pieces of it. It's like kind of like when I start to talk about it, it's what comes through. But just this alone, it's so cool. It's so cool. I just love it. I love where you're at. I love that you're learning how to take your time and assert yourself healthily and appropriately and express yourself and get to know yourself. I love it. So the 9th house is about quest, adventure, and long distance travel and higher education. So the 3rd and the 9th house, very interesting. I kind of get like sometimes I go down a rabbit hole when I have transits in these houses because I'm like, what are these houses? What are they? What are they about? And this is big, big, big thinking. This is normally a Sagittarius run house, but for you, it is Taurus. So instead of mutable fire, it's fixed earth. That's intense. So I want you to remind yourself that it's okay to have big dreams. It's okay to have big goals. And it's okay for them to be big, but relabeling them as small. So then you don't feel like it's big changes. You're the only one that's labeled these things as big. We're the only ones that say, it takes a long time to get here, or it's a big deal to do this. Like the world is teeny tiny. The world is so small. So we can go like in an infinite multiverse. The world is pretty teeny. So it's okay to say, I want to move. I want to travel more. I want to create bigger things. But I would say in your 1-year goals and your 5-year goals, in your manifestation journal, your calling and journal, just for this moon cycle, I would say really take away those descriptive words of big or massive or teeny or this. It doesn't matter. Like, yes, they're labeled like teeny homes, like if that's the thing that you want, but allowing yourself to like, oh, I had a huge this, or I had a this, just call it what it is. You can use words like successful, like that can be a good one, or healthy or grounded, but I would just really chicken check the comparative words. Like, this is only big compared to this. This is only small compared to something else. This is all constructs in our mind. So this house is also about spirituality and legalities. And so it's really asking yourself to stretch that. It's kind of like you're using full moon potent energy, but with a new moon vibe. I kind of love this for you right now. I kind of really love this for you right now, Virgo. And I think that you are very balanced in how you're managing the, you know, practical magic of this time period, but also you're allowing yourself the chance to sit in your lane, take a nap in your lane, and understanding that it's your lane. There's no traffic in your lane. You can do whatever you want. No one's coming for your goal. And so giving yourself the chance to receive whatever feels big, make it small so you can accept it now instead of waiting the 5 years. You know what I mean? Good stuff. Good stuff. Libra rising, Libra sun, Libra moon. I love connecting to you. It's just like, I know I'm supposed to get out of this environment, Sarah. I'm leaving. I'm doing it. Just give me my time. I'm doing it, man. This is deep transformation. Some of you could be dating right now. Some of you are open to it. I really love that. Go slow, take your time, do what's best for you. Play, joy. This is normally a Scorpio run house, and for you it's run by Taurus. So the fixity is there, but going from water to earth. And so viewing deep transformation from an earthly lens, it's also about money, shared possessions, leveling up, surrounding yourself with winners that have a growth mindset. That's what I call it. Call it whatever you want. But when you surround yourself with winners that have a growth mindset, everybody wants everybody to win. Everybody wants everybody to thrive. Everybody wants everybody to experience what it is that they're meant to experience. And there's not just one pot of gold. We all get to experience what we want to experience. There's like a feather of a image that I'm getting. I think it was from Gemini or Cancer's reading about like having like a shared, I think it was Gemini, having like a shared enemy where, you know, you're really learning. I have to say, you're really learning, because it's almost like you're seeing it in the periph, because my guides are like, you don't need to talk about it. You just have to, like, if you have any Gemini placements, lean on your Libra right now and not the Gemini, because this is beautiful, where it's like you're seeing all the things, you're seeing things a lot more clearly right now, Libra, which is amazing. And you're like, I don't need to get caught up in the gossip. I don't need to get caught up in the hullabaloo. I don't need to get caught up in anything. I like literally don't need to get caught up in anything. I'm staying in my lane. I'm staying in my vibe, and I'm focused on what it is that I need to really focus on. This is like a powerful house over here. I'm really jazzed for you. You know, I'm going to say it. I'm Libra, I'm going to say it. No big notes. No big notes. I'm really proud of you. You're doing a great job. And this isn't, I'm not condescending. I'm literally saying, like, I've said this to other signs before, like, no big notes. Keep it up. That's a powerful house. That's the Lions and Tigers and Bears portion of the chart. So for you to have a new moon in there and for me to say no notes, I'm really proud of you. You're going deep. You're going deep. And it takes courage to do that, to really look at, I don't need to know that, or, you know, I don't want to talk like that anymore. To set boundaries with people is a huge deal. And we think that it's not sometimes. We think like, oh my God, I can just set boundaries with somebody. But sometimes when we have big T, little t traumas, like just pat yourself on the back. Don't diminish when you do big things. Please. Don't diminish when you do big things. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Scorpio. I know, I got dust everywhere. Rage cleaning is such a fun way to handle when you can't see past your nose. Some of you are, I love you. Some of you don't like some of the people that you're around. I'm just going to say it. I'm just going to say it. I'm just going to say it. Some of you really don't like certain people that you have to see in your everyday life. Maybe it could be partners. Maybe like some of you are just like, this could be family. You're doing a big, this could be family stuff. What day of the week does this fall on? It's a Sunday or a Monday. I would love for you to, at any point in time around this new moon, Taurus, take yourself out to lunch, to coffee, to a dinner, whatever is accessible within your budget. I would like you to take yourself out. I really would like you to take yourself out. It could be a coffee, it could be a salad, it could be a soup, it could be a 5-course meal. I don't care what it is, but I'm just seeing you sitting at a table with yourself. I want to plant a seed for my Scorpios in relationships as well as for my Scorpio parents. I'm seeing like a moment where, you know, say your mom and dad's and you've got kiddos. I would like you to take yourself out, talk to your partner, find a way, however you possibly can. Or visualize it if this is not within your current reality right now. But I'm seeing you out to eat with yourself, eating a meal, having some water, having a coffee, alcohol, wine, maybe if you ingest those things. And ask yourself, who am I in relationships? Who am I in my relationships? We all have family that we are connected to. We are karmically attached to. We have responsibilities. We might have children. We might have pets. We might have family members that we're now responsible for. That doesn't matter. But the 7th house, seeing God in another, the important people of your life, putting them in their mental containers, knowing what you can expect from each person, knowing that we only have so much time with, parents, knowing that we only have so much time with siblings, and also really allowing yourself the chance to, if you're in a healthy partnership or if you're not in a healthy partnership, what expectations do you have of your partner? And what are certain things that you could either pull back from your partner? Okay, I'll break it down. So if you're in a divine partnership and your partner is your therapist, your friend, your mom, your dad, your sibling, like everything, maybe look at that. Maybe look at that. If you are not yet in a divine partnership and you're taking yourself out to eat and you're doing these things, don't lean on friends or family or other people to fill those spaces. Meaning, like, don't take a gal friend or a buddy out to lunch. Don't go out with your parent. Like, have a container that the partner that you will be with fills. Have time and space that only they fill, and start to carve that out now, and take yourself out during those times. Could once a week, because that's how, adult relationships are meant to start. It's slow. It is an integration. It's getting to know someone. This is a stranger. You don't have to see them 5 times a week, talk to them, text them first thing in the morning. You don't have to have that, but having a healthy container that they belong in and not filling that with anyone else. Giving yourself those healthy relationship guidelines and allowing yourself the chance to, it's like some of you do have some family members that you are responsible for, but don't let them be the one that you take out on a date or the one that you celebrate your wins with. Like, take some time. And this is actually pretty specific. If you are not yet in a partnership and, you make a big sale or something happens really beautifully on your website, like, I actually want you to go and for a walk in the woods. Can I do it? The other one didn't work. So, okay. Go for a walk in the woods and tell your future partner about it and have the conversation with them and just be like, oh my God, this happened today. I'm so excited. And not have that conversation be shared with someone that in the future it's not going to be shared with. Do you know what I mean? These are little things, Scorpio, little things that you can do to shift your paradigm in massive ways. I haven't followed this channeler for a very long time. His name's Phil Good, and I'll never forget something. Like, when you hear something from someone and you never forget it, this was one that it was on an older video that he put out a long time ago that had said, make, one small action with a massive intention behind it. And obviously that's, I just want to quote that person because I have integrity. I did not make that up. And it shifted things for me. You can make a small move with a giant action, and you can make a small action with a giant intention behind it and allow that to be okay. But yeah, coffee out, lunch out, dinner out, something out. Take yourself out. Alone with yourself. Sag rising, Sag sun, Sag moon. Stars shining bright above you. Night breezes seem to whisper, I love you. Birds singing in the sycamore tree. Dream a little dream of me. I don't know why. I don't know who that was for, but that was for somebody out there. Daily life, home, daily life. I'm seeing big moves, big moves. Thinking when Jupiter goes into Cancer, that could probably be this year. If you're keen to move, this could be the year for it. We talked about that with the North Node transit video. There's somewhere that's calling you. There's somewhere calling you, Sag. This might hurt. This might be very painful. It might feel really like stretching. It might literally feel like I'm being pulled in multiple different directions. I have no freaking clue where I'm supposed to be. Draw the house, really be very abstract with what you're calling in right now. This is about practical service, daily life, health, and practical service. How can I add practical value to this world? What is, for my content creators and my entrepreneurs, what is the one word problem that I solve? What is my mission? What am I offering to this world? What am I giving? Really label it and define it. Like it's full on. If you're not sure what, and this is not like sole purpose, this is not like sole mission, but we're like, what am I supposed to do in this world? How can I, become my own boss? How can I do that? Solve a problem. Literally find a problem that the world has and solve it. It's not about what you're offering. It's this is what you can take away from this. This is what you can take. That's literally the shift that I made in my membership groups that like changed everything. Changed everything. It wasn't about what am I offering? What am I doing? What are the things that I'm doing? It's this is what you can take away from it. You can look ahead for every season, plan accordingly, harness the energy of the astrology. You can receive an at-home channeled healing, an at-home virtual distance healing every single month. And you can have a monthly coaching call so you can talk to people, a thriving community of people that are experiencing this upgrade right alongside of you. So the second that I really shifted my focus is when the whole thing popped. The whole thing popped. So how can you add value to this world? How can you give? And what's a problem that you can solve, Sag? Something you love doing. Something you love doing. Truly. You light up this world. You light up the grid, Sag. You light up the grid. And that's something that I want you to see yourself from above, but I don't know if you can. Where it's like you show up at a gathering and everybody just smiles because you're there. It's just a better gathering because you're there. And feel the feelings. It's like you're going through a growth spurt right now, Sag, and that's exciting. Like feel the feelings definitely of like, you're just hopping like universes right now. So be kind to yourself. Feel them. Just cry it out if you need to. Just like literally let yourself cry. Let yourself cry as much as you need to. But yeah, you're just shifting a whole new world. You, at the end of this North Node cycle, completely different person. Same soul, same vibe, just a different mindset and a different reality. So sick ass. Love that. Capricorn rising, Capricorn moon, Capricorn sun. What's new in your world? I love that. You're like, I'm doing great. How can I best support you right now? Tell me what I need to know, and then I'll go do it. Wait, wrong one. Go here. You go here. Remember, I don't always have all the answers. I just have the way that this channel is through for me. What I'd recommend. I love you. I'm just hearing monetizing play. You're learning how to monetize play. And I just love that for you. I love that for you. However you did it, I'm proud of you. Because oh, for my artist Capricorn placements, like, you're doing it. You're doing it. And I just have to say, this is the house of play, joy, creative expression, childlike spirits, romance, joy, artistry, all the different things. This is actually pretty powerful, because if you are a Capricorn placement, and if you are an artist with any Capricorn placement, sun, moon, and rising, like, you're meant to be famous. You're meant to get through and bust through all of that. What am I supposed to do? How can I do something that's, Capricorn-y? How can I do something this? You're meant to play music. And it's going to trigger the absolute F out of you. You're meant to make art. You're meant to do things. You're meant to write. You're meant to dance. You're meant to share. You're meant to influence on this planet. And it doesn't make sense because you're like, it's just so easy. Yeah, it was meant to be easy the whole time. It was meant to be easy the whole time. These guys over here hitting your bottom of the chart, the Saturn and the Neptune, that's not going to conjunct perfectly until 2026, but like, you know, buckle up, kiddo. It's coming for you. Like, success in a way that will feel good, and in the way that, like, you get to just say, oh wow, all those moments that I didn't know what to do, and I was nervous, and I was scared, and I was tired, and I was emotional, and I just played that guitar, I sang that song, or I just, you know, listened to music, or I played the piano, or whatever it is that you did, or I drew, or I whatever it is that was the solve for your soul is going to help solve all your problems in this world. I love that for you. You did it, Cap. You did it. I'm proud of you. You're seeing it clearly. You know what to do. I love you. Aquarius rising, Aquarius sun, Aquarius moon. I feel like life has just been scooting. I feel like it was literally just your season. Dang. 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 Home is a place. I don't even know what song that is. We love. I don't even know that song. If somebody can link that song, please tell me what song I'm singing, because I don't know what it is. This is insane. This is insane right over here. Wow. Wow. I think you're rediscovering your voice right now. I think you're really finding some powerful realizations and maybe some childhood experiences, maybe some mother-father stuff that's coming out. This is the house of the mother, and that's the house of the father. So Aquarius rising especially, but sun and moon as well. There could be some family stuff that's really coming, that's bubbling up. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, in the house of children. Yeah. Things will expand. If life has felt stagnant, I'd say clean. I'd do some house cleaning right now. I'd dust. I'd clean the house. I would do some spring cleaning, some fall cleaning. I'd throw some clothes away. I'd do some big, I would shift some things. That's practically how I'd utilize this energy. Maybe make a new corner, rearrange the furniture. Like, remember when you were a kid and you rearranged your room, and it's like, you're like, I am a new person now. I want that for you. There's some galactic beings that are just saying, remind them how loved that they are, and remind them how special that they are, and remind them how safe that they are, and remind them how powerful that they are, and that their thoughts create their environment and their whole world. So really having that awareness and then focusing your thoughts, two wildly different things. Your brain is a muscle. So it's time to reps and sets those positive mantras. Reps and sets those positive mantras. And allowing that to be the greatest, the deepest work that you ever do in this world. Aquarius is going to be mastering your mindset. The moment you unlock that shift, the moment that you unlock the power of your mind, man, it takes a little bit of detachment, no joke. It takes incredible awareness. It takes so much dedicated work to shift your mindset. Self-love. Like, but also doing something about it. Yeah. We're the only ones that can do this, Aquarius. We're the only ones that can shift our paradigm. You're way more powerful, and you're getting to know that. You're way more powerful than you've ever been. Keep it up. Keep it up. I'm very excited about this season for you. Definitely go check out my membership group if you're keen for more. Links below. Love you. Pisces. Pisces, darling. You know, you get to just hit the timestamp. But it's been an hour and a half that I've had to wait to talk to you. How you doing? I look forward to connecting with you. You're so beautiful. And this is so exciting. You're healing a lot. Oh my God, the second time. I almost forgot to put Jupiter down. That's interesting. Some of you have figured out that you need to move. Some of you might be moving country. Some of you might be really, yeah, depending on how old you are, I would say, like, if this is your Chiron return, aka your like midlife crisis time period for my Gen Xers, it might be time to leave the country. You might be moving country. For my millennials, this is so niche. And on my website, I have a whole video on a huge download on the generational quests. That's in my Pay What You Want page. So it's completely free or donation based if you're keen. But this is interesting. I've never on an all signs had it break down by generation. So, but they're only giving me Gen Z, Millennial, and Gen X. So Gen X might be time to leave the country. You might be getting a call to 6 and 6 or something like that. Amazing. Go for it. For my millennials, this is not for everyone, so please use your discernment. There might have been some Pisces that were very quick to get married or quick to jump into a relationship or to a job, and they're leaving said relationship or job, and they need to move out of a home or shift, like you have a desk or you have an office at this job. They're like, you're putting things in boxes and you're leaving a specific environment. And for my Pisces Gen Zers, you're getting the matrix cord ripped out of the back of your head. You're seeing things very, very clearly. A lot of your channels are coming in clearly. A lot of and I talk about this in a video called Clearly Channeling that I just put out. There's a lot to say, and I'm going to be really gentle with this, but I have a splash of autism, which makes me good at what I do. I can clearly see multiple screens of realities all at the same time to be able to, I talk more about that in that video. But if you've ever, the reason that I'm saying this is for, if you love the neurospicy label, you love all, it's one thing to have that label and to be like, I'm this, so that's why I am this way. But I just don't want you to crystallize there. I don't want you to get stuck there. It can kind of be a little bit of like a trauma response, big T, little t trauma. Like there's a whole lifetime or a whole paradigm where I could have been like, my parents didn't get me checked out, so if I had just known that I had a little bit of autism, my entire childhood would have been a little bit better. No, I had the best childhood ever because I am who I am because of it, so everything was perfect. So understanding your splash autism, your neurospiciness, your whatever it may be. I talk about this in my Awakened Mastery course as well. It's like, what energy have you given your power away to, basically? Because when you say, I'm this way because blah, 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 or when you label yourself, it can become compartmentalized. It can become compartmentalized. Like, for example, there was a whole timeline that I used to identify. Actually, there was a season of life that I identified as, I'm an adult child of an alcoholic parent, so I'm this, and this, and we lie, so blah, 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 blah. It's like, nope, you actually don't need to lie anymore. Just because it's easy, you don't have to do it. And so now I'm very aware of that. I don't usually identify with that. It's only when I'm, unpacking certain things where I'm like, oh, you can really rewire your brain and let that go. There was a blog that I just wrote about when it transcends the astrology, because I was waiting for my fog, aka upgrade, to clear because the astrology said it would, and it didn't. So I had given my power to the astrology. As an astrologer, I'm telling you, sometimes we have to take our power back discern and do what's right for us. So this is the house of early learning, and where we learn the boundaries of our communication, why I say this, why I talk this way, sibling order, how was I treated, what was mom like, what was dad like. So knowing it gives you the capacity to say, do I choose this or do I not choose this? Do I want this or do I not want this? And you get to decide. The only version of you that I ever want you to be, or that you ever have to be, Pisces, is the version of you that you really are, and the version of you that you enjoy being. You don't have to show up as anyone else other than yourself. I love you so much. Happy new moon.